It is time now for Inside Out, as we are joined by SNY NFL insider Connor Hughes. And Robert Saleh was coy when asked about this on Monday. But, Connor, how drastically can Zach Wilson change his NFL future if he strings together a few more games like his performance against Houston?
Well, it changes what his next team is expecting from him. I don't see any situation where Zach Wilson returns to the Jets next year. I think that if he struggles these final 4 games, the Jets are going to want to move on from him. If he plays lights out these next 4 games, he's going to want to move on from the Jets because he's going to want an opportunity to start in the NFL. He's not going to want to back up Aaron Rodgers and waste another year of his career if he shows that he is ready to be the guy. But this is all about what his next team's going to be looking for, what his next team's going to be expecting, because at the moment you have a quarterback in Zach Wilson that, aside from this last game against the Texans, is viewed by most people as a developmental project. But if he lights it up this final month of the season and really plays well and really looks strong and shows that he's ready to play right now, then maybe some team looks at him and says, you know what? This is a guy who could be my starter next year, or at the minimum, this could be a guy who competes for the starting job next year. So that's what Zach Wilson's really fighting for.
All right, now moving on to the Giants, and you've obviously spent a lot of time around that team this season. So how would you describe how DeVito mania has changed the vibe around the entire franchise from, say, a month ago?
It's crazy. When you think about what the Giants and what we expected or looked like the outlook of the Giants was going to be this year, it was a team that was tanking and going to be drafting Caleb Williams or going to be drafting Jake May in a couple of months and trading Daniel Jones or keeping Daniel Jones on the roster, but whatever it was resetting their franchise quarterback clock. And now DeVito has played the Giants into the playoff picture. It's still a long shot that they get there. I think their odds are, depending on where you look at. New York Times has them at 2%. ESPN has them at 1%. The odds aren't there, but still, they're a game out of the playoff picture, and DeVito is a big reason why. He's captivated his teammates. He's captivated this fan base. And for a team that spent the first couple months of this season just as a borderline train wreck, he has them feeling good. He has them looking forward to something. He's created a feel-good story in an otherwise lost year, and you got to feel good about him. You got to feel good about the Giants, and you got to feel good about the entire situation. Because for New York football, there really hasn't been too much to cheer about this year.
Yeah, anything is better than a borderline train wreck. Now, DeVito was helped in the passing game against Green Bay by the likes of Wan'Dale Robinson and Isaiah Hodgins. What are the chances he gets to throw to Darren Waller against the Saints?
Good. We talked to Waller on Wednesday, and he wasn't technically practicing with the team, but when we spoke to him, he was covered in sweat. So I think the reason why he didn't go through the walkthrough is because the Giants put him through one heck of a workout privately to see where he is physically, and I fully expect him to play against the Saints. Now, what kind of role he will have, I don't think he'll be out there for 50 or 60 snaps, but maybe 20, maybe 25, maybe at the worst case 15. Either way, he's probably the Giants, most explosive weapon and most dynamic weapon. He is that good when he's healthy and when he's on the field. So even if you can get him out there for a chunk of snaps, it's better than not having him at all.
Yeah, Waller has not played since the Jets game due to that hamstring injury. Connor Hughes, thanks for joining us here on Honda Sports Night.